At midday, the ticker was running a full hour behind the selling spree on Wall Street. Atlanta brokers say their clients are getting rid of stocks because record high interest rates make it more difficult for companies to grow and turn a profit.
IBM is minus 7/8.
What started the uproar, or rather the downroar, was the Federal Reserve Board's decision to raise its discount rate to 12% Saturday. That gave banks less money to lend, and so the prime lending rate jumped a full point to 14.5%, and it's expected to go even higher.
We're talking about 15% money and the probability of higher interest rates coming. This will affect the economy right down the line to the person who's paying mortgages and so forth. The young couples going out to buy a home, they're going to have to pay top dollar for a mortgage, and of course it's going to have an effect on the housing market. It's going to have an effect on your employment statistics, the amount of cars that are going to be sold and everything. It's going to be felt right across the economy.
Will this have any practical effect, all this suffering, will it have any practical effect on inflation?
That is debatable.
There's no debate on the fact that the government's anti-inflation moves have deepened the recession of 1979. And while Sunbelt cities like Atlanta have been spared some of the recessionary effects of higher energy costs, there's no getting away from a nationwide policy that makes money harder to get. In about 90 days, small businesses could begin folding under pressure from conventional interest rates of 20% or more. To stay afloat, companies will begin laying off workers. One forecast is that 2 million Americans will lose their jobs. The key to stopping inflation is how the consumer will react to all this. The government is hoping that credit buying will slow down and businesses will have to lower prices in order to lure the customers back. But many consumers are rushing to buy today for fear that tomorrow's prices will only be higher, and that would make inflation even worse. Where will it all end? Well, nobody knows for sure, but some analysts are expecting the prime interest rate to peak out by the end of the year, just in time for the 1980 presidential election. In Buckhead, Terry Anzer, Action News.
What does it all mean? One way to find out might be to go where Atlanta's stockbrokers and financial advisors went tonight. They went to hear market analyst Joe Granville at the Colony Square Hotel. Granville is elated because he predicted this drop in prices. He predicts we may see it for a couple of more days. Then he said prices will rebound sharply. Brokers I talked with seem to agree.
Basically, long term, I continue to be bullish.
I think near term it'll go lower, and I think longer term it'll go much higher, as Mr. Granville's saying.
Do you think it will go up like he does?
Definitely.
A lot?
Significantly.
According to Joe Granville, people who play the market can expect increased prices through 1980. 81 and 82, he says it will go the other way. He's been right and wrong before.
And when you have that knowledge of the future, you have total confidence.